This is 15-20 minutes of yoga for if you're any or all of tired, sore, not very flexible. This blend, you might be a very loose person taking a lighter day. You might be a very tight person. I chose to do this class without any props because oftentimes people who are very tight or at the beginning of their yoga journey have no props. So we'll get started, and we'll get started in standing. Have both of your toes pointing straight forward, feet about hips distance apart, and standing nice and upright, little bend in the knees, toes spread wide, shoulders rolled back, hands open. 3 breaths here, inhaling through the nose, exhaling out through the mouth. Next inhale, lift your arms up and take your palms to your heart. They might be in prayer, they might overlap, they might be back by your sides. Throughout the class, feel free to push harder when you want to push harder, rest when you want to rest, and modify where you want to modify. Everyone's bringing unique stories and backgrounds and interests and bodies, genetics to this class. We're all going to be different. So don't feel like there's anything that you have to do to feel welcome in your yoga practice, especially this yoga practice. Hands at heart, take an inhale together. And take a moment to set your intention for the practice, the reason why you're here. And relax your arms down. If you didn't set an intention, that's perfectly fine. If you did, release it and let it be. Your deep levels of your intellect, it knows it. It already knows. So now we relax and let it come into reality. Inhale, shoulders up, back, exhaling them down, inhaling forward and up, exhaling back and down. Opposite direction, forward, down, inhale, back and up. Exhale, forward, down. Relax your shoulders. Start to focus on your pelvis. Take a slight forward bend. Keep your feet, toes pointing forward. Hips distance apart. Take your hands onto your thighs. They can be toward your knees or more up toward your hips. I like to start in the middle. And on our inhale, we're going to stick our tailbone back and take our heart forward, making a little bit of like a ski jump or water slide. Arching our back, opening up through our hearts. Exhale, tucking the tailbone under, arching, and we take the opposite shape here. Bringing our chin toward our chest, and this is gentle, not meant to be aggressive. Rounded here. Inhale, switch, and arch. Core is a little bit engaged to support your body. Exhale, round. Make sure you're moving neck, chest, shoulders, hips. One more each way. Inhale forward, exhale back. Slowly back to standing. Hands up by your sides. Feet comfortable distance apart, toes still spread. Inhale, shoulders down. Little reach, keep your legs where they are, little reach to the side. Moving through your hips and spine, lateral movement. Inhale, center. Exhale, other side. breath. This allows you to lead yourself. It allows you to connect deeper with yourself and with your breath. That also helps you relax and give yourself permission to fully be here, to fully enjoy the benefits and bring unique curiosity into every movement with that openness and humility of a child, childlike wonder in every movement. And that's what being conscious largely is. One more time each way, inhaling center, exhaling side. Relax your arms down. Pause for a moment and feel. Prefer to be completely still. Maybe you're moving your body slightly. Inhale your right arm up overhead. Turn the palm to face the back of the room. Bend it, place it on your back somewhere, maybe between the shoulder blades, somewhere. Elbows pointing forward. Take your left arm out to the side. Thumb turns down. Bend the elbow and take the arms toward each other. You might be like this, if that's okay. You might be over here. You might have a strap or a rope or a belt that you can hold. Wherever you're at, you breathe. Don't worry about wiggling and getting further. Just be where you're at. Practice accepting yourself. And even if you don't fully believe in accepting yourself yet, and maybe you never will, that's perfectly fine. I urge you to practice it for at least 20 minutes during this video. Just letting yourself be where you're at. Slowly release your arms. Inhale them onto the sides. Take the left arm up, palm to the back of the room. Bend the elbow. Right arm, thumb down, and opposite interlace. Hands may or may not reach. Keep drawing your navel toward your spine, your ribs toward your chest, not letting yourself flare out, keeping nice and straight. Inhale. It's crucial on our journeys that we're patient with ourselves, loving ourselves and giving ourselves time to grow. A lot of people call themselves not flexible, but most important, we need to be flexible in our minds. And yoga is much more about our minds and our spirits than it is about our bodies. Of course, they're all intimately connected, so to separate into what's most important doesn't work perfectly. Take your feet out to the sides. Point your toes out to the side. They might be perfectly out. They might be at a slight angle. Let your knees point in the direction of your second toes though. So if your knee is here and your big toe is here, let them be in a straight line. Don't let it be like knee and then big toe. That would look like my knees are collapsing or turning, my foot's one way and my knee's the other way. We want alignment there. And not moving from the knee, but more so the hip. So the hips are open, feet are as wide or as close together as we like. Hands in our hearts. Breathe. Exhale a little lower. Inhale up. Exhale together, hug. Inhale up. Exhale lower. Inhale up. Exhale lower. Inhale up. Move with your own breath. We'll do 3 more. Let it feel good, let it feel expansive. A little bit more relaxed in the face, last one, exhale. Inhale up. Exhale, relax down. Take your right forearm onto your right leg, or maybe just your hand. Reach up, and then a little bit over, maybe a lot over. Find your unique expression of the pose. Remember, I'm here for guidance. You want this class is for you, not for you to just listen to everything I say, but for you to connect deeper with yourself and be able to give your body what it needs. And to give our body what it needs, we have to listen first to what it needs. I'm not going too far past those limits. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, other side. Inhaling for length and exhaling for a little bit more depth, as much as your body wants. Keep drawing your shoulder down. Come back to center. Relax. Step back together. Take a moment to be still, to pause and reflect. Feet comfortable distance apart, grounded in your feet still. Interlace, take your hands behind your back. If it's really tight, just grab your elbows. And start with your elbows interlaced and your shoulder blades drawing together. And your chest coming open. If this is a little bit too easy, you want a little bit more, take your hands together, palms touching. Interlace your fingers behind your back and start to draw your elbows together. So from here toward there. Breathing. And slightly looser people might start to straighten their arms back, making sure that your shoulders are down and heart is open, so there's space between the neck and collarbones before you take your arms back. So first we want to be open here. Now, no need to force anything, know where you need to go. Breathe into your chest, let the breath deepen the postures. Last breath. And relax. Take your hands out to the sides. Inhale. Exhale, turn to the side. Keep your hips where they are, little turn. Turning from your hips are stable, you're turning from your middle body, your upper body, shoulders, and the neck just follows with the shoulders. Inhale, middle. Exhale, other side. There's a little bit of bend in your knees to support your lower body. Inhale, middle. Exhale, side. Inhale, middle. Exhale, side. Keep the hands active and reaching, the palms are spread open. Core is hugging, ribs are engaged in. If you look down at your toes, you can see them. So your knees shouldn't be past your toes. Exhale, other side. Inhale, center. Last time each way. Then relax your arms back in center. Take a moment to roll your body, feel your body. Back into a half squat position. Your butt back slightly. Take your hands onto your hips. One hand on your low back, one on your belly. Let your low back arch. If it's already arching, just move it toward that direction and don't exaggerate it too much. Then tuck your tailbone under, let it round. This might be where some of us are. Generally, we're either rounded or we're overarched. We want to find that middle space where our tailbone is pointing straight back as a natural extension of our spine. Then from there, finding that middle ground best you can. If you're not there yet, that's okay. Moving toward it. Take your hands, palms facing each other. And a breath here. Draw your shoulders forward, arching your upper back. And inhale, drawing it exaggeratedly the opposite direction. And again, with the upper spine, we want to find middle too. And if we're not at middle, it's okay. We want to be gently guiding ourselves back toward that. Release your arms by your sides. Inhale up. Maybe coming onto your toes, maybe just back to a stand. Exhale back to your squat. Inhale up. Exhale back. This can be as fluid and dynamic or as slow and steady as you like, but we're inhaling taller and exhaling back with a perfect form. If you can keep good form, you're welcome to go a little deeper. There's no need to if you don't want to. Last one up. Back down, hands, shoulders distance apart, palms facing each other, butt drawing back, tailbone tucking under slightly. Relax yourself up. Come into a little bit of a bent knee forward fold. Just going to bend slightly. Start with a half back. Nice generous bend in the knees. We want to have we don't want to do too much too soon. Inhale, length between the spine, between the back of the neck. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, set yourself onto the mat. Left knee up, right knee down. Set some cushion or fold your mat under your knee if it's sensitive. It's just fine if it's sensitive. And we're creating a little bit of space in our right hip flexor. Hands on top of your left knee, inhaling. Your hands might be upright, but if you're particularly tight, just feel and breathe into this space here. Even hips. Then lean back, take your hands toward the ground, bend in your front knee, walk your left foot forward, hamstring stretcher. This could be really tight. So if it is really tight, just keep a generous bend in your leg. Breathe here. And relax, taking the foot back, coming back up to your lunge, taking your foot back, switching your feet. Right foot is forward, knee is under the ankle, knee is above the ankle. Pausing here, hips are even, little stretch in the left hip flexor. Inhale, nice and tall, ribs are in, tailbone's under. Feeling deep, not about how much we stretch, but more so about how much we feel and connect. And that feeling and connection being the gateway to connecting more with our minds, healing them, connecting with other people, living out our purpose, and so on. Take the bend in the leg, lower yourself down, start to take your right foot forward slightly. A little bit of stretch in the back of the leg. Breathe. You might have blocks here if it's really tight. You might be upright completely if it's really tight. Have something to be stable. And know that everyone's going to look different in this. So when we have that tendency to judge ourselves, everyone looks different. That's perfectly okay because we're all different. So be patient with yourself, give yourself time to grow and then blossom. Because you already are this masterpiece. It's just trying to express itself. Slowly come back up. Walk the foot in. Knees together. Knees hips distance apart, pardon me. Engage your core, keep your tailbone neutral. Inhale your hands beside yourself and onto your low back. And a little bit of a back bend into your chest. This might already be a stretch across your chest. Just to have your shoulders down, your collarbones open. If so, you might just stay right here. Maybe you take your arms back. That's already a stretch. All of this is a stretch. Breathe into your heart, and then optional. Maybe you back bend into your chest. Give yourself what you need and be honest with where you're at. And kind. And then relax, and come into lying on your back. Lying on your back. Hug your right knee into your chest. And take one of your, if you can, you might need a strap for this. Everyone's going to be a little different. If you can, grab your right ankle with your left hand. So right ankle with your left hand. Hug it into your chest a little bit. Take your right hand on your right knee and draw it out to the side. Look for a stretch for your right glute region, your right hip, right butt cheek. You might find a still space. If your leg's way out there, you might just set your right ankle on the left thigh and let it rest there. Maybe you walk in the foot a bit closer. Maybe it's in your arms, maybe it's in a strap or a belt or rope. Finding something that works for us, and you can be still or you can move. One more breath. Exhale, other side. Hug the left knee in. And left hand is on left knee, right hand is on left ankle. And the left hand is pushing away, the right hand is pulling slightly. So creating this opening and drawing, looking for that stretch in our left hip flexor now. And in our right glute region, not hip flexor. 2 more breaths. And relax the leg down. Feet can be flopped open, relax on the ground, or the knees can be bent, or the knees alternatively can TP in together, up to you. Hands find a comfortable place, by your sides or maybe on your body. 3 deep breaths. Inhale through the mouth, inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Release your body to the ground. Relax your arms, relax your face, relax your tongue, eyes, legs, belly, back. A little bit more relaxed, a little happier, maybe soft smile. Thank yourself for being here. That concludes our class. Namaste.